What's up, guys? Welcome back to MopedJet. Why is it called MopedJet? I want a moped and I want a jet, and that's it. Pretty simple. How long have you been here? How long have you been checking back? Probably not too often because it's been a while. Yes, I know. It's been about 2 months since my last clip, 2 months since my last upload. But that's not my fault. Life's fault. I blame life. I let you guys know I started a new job. It comes with a learning curve, pretty steep learning curve. And first of all, let's talk about my outfit first of all, before I get into the... I'm in the nighttime. I'm in the nighttime comfy because I'm sleeping on you hoes, okay? And I'm in my own closet where I'm comfortable. So now we can move past that. Why I look like Ebenezer Scrooge. Why I look like... Yo, who is that? What was that? Like, why those old cartoons, like, the hunter would come out in, like, that red onesie? I kind of look like that, but it's yellow, and it's not a onesie. I'm not standing up to prove it, but just trust me, it's not a onesie. But yeah, I haven't been doing creation because things happened. I did stand up. My last stand up mic was a month ago, pretty much. I think it was July 13th, almost to the date. It was around that time. And I haven't really done anything creatively since then because tragedy struck. And I'm not trying to bring this up in a comedic way, but tragedy quite literally struck. Not me. Well, first of all, oh man, so much that happened. Got my job. That wasn't a tragedy. That was good. Then tragedy struck with a storm that hit my community and like wiped out literally all the power in the city. I think it was about 60%, 70% of all of our power was wiped out for about 1 to 2 days. And because of that, obviously, you got to deal with damages and leakages and things like that. So I dealt with that for a while. I still found a way to squeeze enough energy and enough motivation to do that open mic I was talking about. But then tragedy struck again. Because, unfortunately, someone near and dear, it's a new open mic at a new establishment called The Wakery. And there was a very nice woman there. She actually got me my glass of water. First person I met from the establishment while going in there, she's like, "Hey, what's your name? What do you want?" And she got it for me. Like, I didn't get up. I didn't go over to the bar. She went and got the drink. And I'm only saying this because she left such an impression on me in just that little reaction. Like, wow, this is a very nice, genuine person. And unfortunately, she got stabbed to death. Not too long after that open mic. It was the first open mic at that establishment. It's a new bar. I think it was a nice, like, welcome rollout to the artist because it's like an artsy place. So yeah, she was just... I'm not going to say her by name. I'm not going to bring up too much information about her because I don't want to be disrespectful. But people that know, I guess. I'll just keep it like that. If you're a part of the community that I'm a part of, there's no way you couldn't have known. Yeah, man, it bummed me out. It bummed me out because the impression she left, I'm like, wow, man, what is this world? Out of all the people that deserve to get stabbed to death, like a gruesome way to die, not her. And not gonna lie, I've always wanted to do stand-up. I just started this year, but I've wanted to do it for a while. But I've been kind of like wrestling with going out because last time I went out, I did it as a rapper, and it was fun, but I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. I guess it left a chip on my shoulder, I guess, about performing and doing art for people and stuff like that. And being a comedian now, it's kind of erased some of that. But now that's been replaced by the world. It's been placed by my chip of the world, I guess. My chips have switched. My chip is now different. And now I have a chip on being an adult with why is this world so tough, so hard, you know, so sometimes it's so bad. And unfortunately, hearing news like that, it just really weighed on me. So I didn't do anything for like a month because I don't know. I need mental clarity to do shit, you know, like most people do. But I need mental clarity to do the stuff I want to do, like the creative stuff I want to do, to my peak. Like I was even getting into the groove of streaming and stuff. I was streaming pretty consistently and everything. And it sounds shitty because it's like I'm blaming her stabbing on me not creating. But I'm just trying to say, like, with all that mental stress, didn't really feel so funny. I didn't do any open mics last month. Um, I'm gonna hit the ground running this month and next week. But I just kind of like, I don't know, man. I just kind of felt like I had to like take a month off and really reflect on how I want to live life, because life can be taken away. Um, so I was doing that, and I realized that you can't control some things, and you just gotta keep moving, man. So I'm just gonna keep moving, man. I've been working on my album. I've been mastering that motherfucker. It's gonna be good, man. I'm really proud of it. Um, but yeah, let's talk about other stuff, man. Speaking of artists, what's up with Doja Cat? You know, what's up? I never minded Doja Cat. I never minded. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I tolerated Doja Cat. I never thought she was bad. Never thought she was good. But why is she lashing out at her fans? You know, why is she lashing out her bread and butter? You know, it's just really weird. And it's, from what I've seen online, it's like her fans are eating it up. Like she's not talking to them. Like she'll say like, "Oh, I don't owe you shit. Y'all are dumb as hell from thinking I'm dope anyway." And then they'll be like, "Yeah, I actually relate to this energy." Like she's talking to you. She's talking to you. You're like that one kid in the class when we all got in trouble, and he's like, "Come on, guys, we really gotta step it up." You're in the class, so I don't know. I don't get the anti-love from that artists have about being like famous. Like they're like, "Yeah, I'm famous, but I don't give a fuck. I don't even know why I'm famous. Actually, you guys are dumb for making me famous. LOL, give me the bag." I don't get that. Like, I remember I'm not famous and I don't have a whole bunch of fans, but I remember the one time I did have a fan reach out to me and they told me how my tape, Origami, how my EP, my Origami EP, they were listening to it. I think I talked about this before, but they're listening to it their whole first semester of high school because it's their first year in high school. And they said that like the friends that they came in to high school with and middle school were being assholes and kind of like wanting to fight him and stuff and wanting to put him away, wanted to pretty much reject him and like move only him out of their friend group. He said my EP really helped him during that time, like just listening to it, listening to my lines about how you gotta just rely on yourself and sometimes you can't expect everybody to be for you, yada yada, things like that, like yada yada to my own shit. Wow, so much passion about my own music, but you know what I'm saying. And it was a heartfelt message that he sent to me on Discord, and I think about that message. So if you're listening, I don't know if he follows my podcast shit because I'm bad at like I just do shit. I don't really tell people about it. So I don't even know if the people that know I do music know I do comedy too. So, but if he is listening to this, I appreciate that message because I reflect on that message every time I want to like low key. Sometimes, some days I want to throw in the towel. Sometimes I want to be like, man, I've been doing this for a while. Maybe I should just focus on the 9 to 5 that I got because it's a very lucrative opportunity and just try to put all my energy in that. But that's boring, man. And every time I have those stupid thoughts, well, not stupid, but those thoughts, I think about that message I got from that fan, uh, to let me know, like, yeah, I do have the power to impact people with the stuff I do. And even with my comedy, my last set uh, was my best set. It was easily my best set I've ever done. I was so comfortable, so confident. The jokes just rolled off so well. It was the first time I had some, like, people, some fans. Like, usually, the audience is like, "Oh, you're good, like, good job." But I remember I was outside with other comedians, and a group of people came up and they were saying my jokes back to me. They're like, "You're so funny. You're so funny." Like, I had this bit about how my name's Josh, and growing up and being a human being, everyone's always asked, like, Josh or Joshua? Do you prefer Josh or Joshua? Josh or Joshua? And especially with this new job, me meeting a new person like every day, that's like everyone's intro. So Josh or Joshua? Josh or Joshua? And I'm just like, who's the first Joshua that flipped out on the first person that called him Josh instead of Joshua? That made everybody from the end of time ask Josh or Joshua. Because I don't know, even in my bit, I reached out and was like, does anyone else have a name like that? Like, if your name's Joseph, do they say Joe or Joseph? I've never heard anyone ask that with anything. Like, if you're Michael, is it Mike, Mikey, or Michael? They just say, hey, Michael, or hey, Mike, or they just like kind of choose, and then you correct. But when you're a Joshua, and all my Joshuas can relate, you get a choice. You have to choose for them, man. They lay it out. So do you prefer Josh or Joshua? When I was a kid, like I was on a goddamn cheeky family sitcom, my response was, I don't care, but around my mom, it's always Joshua. But now I'm a grown man and I say, surprise me, man. Because I don't feel like, I don't want to be locked in. Now I have everyone going around like, hello, Joshua. Hello, Joshua. Or hello, Josh. Because some days I feel like, yeah, I am a Joshua. Call me Joshua, please. And some days I'm like, I am a Josh. I think Josh sounds cool. But at the same time, I don't give a fuck. So that was one of my bits. And apparently, it was like my intro bit. I felt like it was a funny and clever way to introduce my name and let it stick with people without being like, I'm Joshua Pierce. I've been doing comedy for a year. I got a dildo in my butt. It's this nice little natural way to roll into other jokes. And it stuck. And people were telling me, like, they came up to me like, oh, you're so funny. I probably should have been more personable, but it was honestly my first time experiencing something like that. And I was more like, thanks. Thank you. Thanks. Wow, thank you. And I should have been like, oh, really? Let's take a pic. Or I should have, like, got my Instagram out and be like, can you say that again, please? So I need to do that. And I felt like that was a good set, and overall, like, everyone had a great set. My friend Zach, he had one of the best sets I've ever seen him have. So proud of him. He's killing it. It was a good set. It's just really, it was such a good opening night for establishment. And it just had to be, soured by reality. But yeah, I think that's enough for this episode. I just had to get that off my chest, and also talk to people about, why I've been gone. But we're back on the horse. I made it a mental note that August, back on that content creation horse, back on that comedy stand-up horse. I'm going to try to roll out these albums. Got an EP that's one song done for being written, and I got a couple singles I'm sitting on. So there's going to be a lot coming your way. I got a job. I learned it. I didn't learn it, but I'm at a point where it's like not taking up so much of my mental brain capacity that I need to focus on getting that down or I'll get fired. So you're going to see too much of me here in a second. And hopefully that'll give me a MopedJet, just like what this episode was. And if you like that, you need to hit the like button, because it does something with the algorithm that makes me show up in other people's feed. And then you also need to subscribe. Because if you don't subscribe, then what the hell are you really doing?